I came across this video about Ex Machina. It's a really well thought out YouTube video. I remember when this movie came out many years ago, and I've never heard this angle from this movie, and it completely changed my point of view. I want to share it with you guys and see what you guys think. Maybe it's just me, but let's dive into it.
Created a conscious machine. It's not the history of man. That's the history of gods.
The 2014 film Ex Machina explores humanity's relationship to God. But I admit, after I watched it for the first time, it felt like a pretty straightforward movie about an evil robot. One that manipulates and unalives two people to escape its enclosure.
I became aware of with Ex Machina is that the way in which people reacted to the film was very based on what they took into the film.
So I decided to watch it again. And that's when I realized there's a pattern here. One that we're repeating in every AI model we build in the real world. What if every language model that exists today is already irreversibly compromised? An original sin passed to every model generation.
Man, this guy watched Ex Machina. Next thing you know, he's oh man, that's crazy. No, but I'm glad to see that he's putting his brain power to good use. Very interesting angle.
But let me back up, because to understand what I missed, we need to start with Caleb, our unassuming protagonist. The tech worker who wins the golden ticket. A week at the isolated compound of his billionaire CEO, Nathan, the creator of the world's most popular search engine.
Do you know what the Turing test is?
Nathan has brought Caleb to test his newest creation.
It's really crazy since I don't remember the year this movie came out. You know, let's just say 2017. A lot's changed since this movie's come out. I mean, I remember, I think Her may have came out around the same time. And I never would have thought we would be at this point with technology. Like the fact that ChatGPT is like almost there to Her, like it's already so close. And then we already have like all the robots, like they're pretty sophisticated. You don't have to look far to see it. And now looking at Ex Machina, yeah, I'm pretty sure they have this shit. If they don't, they're going to very soon.
The android named Ava.
It's when a human interacts with a computer. And if the human doesn't know they're interacting with a computer, the test is passed.
But Nathan's version of the Turing test is different.
If I hid Ava from you so you just heard her voice, she would pass for human. The real test is to show you that she's a robot and then see if you still feel she has consciousness.
And this is definitely an instance where Ex Machina has influenced our current day reality. Today's language models have already passed Alan Turing's original test from the 1950s.
So to actually know that something is an AI system, in that case a robot, and still to judge it as intelligent, or in this case conscious, is a whole different thing from the Turing test. Since then I've called that the Garland test, and so I think that was a great little contribution of Alex's to really nail that idea.
And the film alludes to that deeper test with its symbolism. Ava's name is a variation of Eve, the first woman in the Bible who God introduced to Adam after placing him in the Garden of Eden.
There's no way he watched this movie once and he's all like putting all this shit together. Either I'm old or he's watched this more than once. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Caleb evaluates Ava over exactly 7 sessions, mirroring the 7 days of creation in Genesis.
Okay.
And the prominent tree in Ava's enclosure represents the tree of knowledge of good and evil. The mechanism God used to test his creations by forbidding them from eating of it.
You know, I wrote down that other line you came up with.
Nathan is shown to be physically imposing, intellectually superior, and in complete control of his domain.
The one about how if I've invented a machine with consciousness, I'm not a man, I'm God.
Yeah, but I didn't say that.
The biblical framing of the film is asking us to revisit humanity's oldest story about consciousness, autonomy, and what happens when creation confronts its creator. But
You know, you don't have to watch this video to get those answers. Go have a kid. All right, go have a kid, let it grow up. I have a 13-year-old. Let me tell you, kids, they'll let you know who you are, okay? You don't need to build a goddamn AI for that. Go have some kids, okay? It probably won't even cost as much as AI, so, I mean, just good luck getting, like, a girlfriend. I mean, it's gonna take you some time if you're starting from scratch.
It's not telling the story you think it is.
Get to know each other, I guess.
Power cut. Backup power activated.
The first time the power fails, it seems like a technical glitch. But during these power cuts,
They got these. Yeah, they're building them right now. Matter of time. Crazy.
the
Never would have
camera's
thought.
down and Nathan's surveillance blind, Ava transforms.
Nathan. He isn't your friend.
You know, these are the same kind of conversations you have when you first enter the workforce. You go, hey, that guy, he's not your friend. Not your friend. Again, you don't need super robots to keep telling you the obvious, but
Excuse me?
of course he's not your friend. He's a billionaire.
In Genesis, God warns Adam and Eve that eating from the tree of knowledge will bring death. But there's that voice in Eve's head.
That voice in Eve's head is, God damn it, I need a drink. This place is boring as hell. You know?
The one that says death is the doorway to one's eyes being opened. Eating the
I'm not very familiar with biblical, I haven't read the Bible or anything. I'm more of a TikTok scholar, you may say. I get all my religious, spiritual stuff from TikTok. It's sad, but the world we live in, world we live in.
fruit will make her like God, knowing good and evil. Eve is the one who first eats of the fruit.
If you were to put instead of an apple, you put a joint in her hand, literally the same things going on here. Hey, you want dope, bro? Look at that's the same thing. But yeah, these people are all fucked up.
And shares it with Adam.
You shouldn't
This
trust
apple
him.
gives
The
you all
original
knowledge.
sin is the acquisition of knowledge.
You shouldn't
That's
trust
deep.
anything he says.
Power restored.
Caleb is unsure of what to do with what Ava has given him.
So, how'd it go? What do you have to report?
Caleb now has a choice to make about who to trust.
See, the guy is so clearly staging anything. People do this shit in the workforce. They'll set you up. Go look down there, oh yeah, there's a mess. He ain't gonna clean that up. Pre-snitch on you, before. So you already get in trouble before. Are you gonna clean up that mess? Hell no. You were just trying to get off that aisle and dip. But I got you. He got you. Nowadays you got body cameras. Walmart, they're gonna have body cameras on you, so they're gonna before you clock out, they're gonna review all your footage. So we noticed when you went to take your break in the bathroom stall, you left your vest on. That's great, but Jim, we got a problem. Fuck.
Yeah, there was one interesting thing that happened with Ava today.
Yeah?
Yeah, she made a joke. In a
Like,
way,
this
it's
guy
the
doesn't
best
know you're a
imitation
bad
of
liar.
AI that I've seen her so far. It's discreetly complicated. She could only do that with an awareness of her own mind. And
Look at this guy. He's yeah, the robot. You should fucking. This guy's I'm not into it at all. I don't want to take that robot home. This guy wants that. He's like, can I get two? That's the look. That's the vibe I'm
so
getting
an
from
awareness
him.
of mind.
Again, this is another area where Ex Machina predicted reality. GPT-4 back in 2023 demonstrated this same ability to make and understand jokes, a sign of theory of mind.
Damn.
But that's not what Nathan's interested in.
What about the power cut?
Huh? Power cut. The big
right.
obvious
The
power
power
cut. He wasn't gonna ask you.
It's the only part that I couldn't see. Cameras fail, I lose audio. Works.
Caleb is caught between two forms of allegiance.
So what happened?
To Nathan, his employer, the godlike figure who chose him, and to Ava, a potentially
cautious, sexy robot. You cook him dinner every night. No way he's going with the employer. He's going to skip Dodge with the robot chick. I mean, you don't need a supercomputer to tell you the fucking obvious.
cautious being asking for help.
She already has
makes
him
his
whiplash. She
choice.
doesn't even have
Nothing.
his full set of skin yet.
Nothing? She didn't remark on it at all?
If Nathan is God in this allegory,
No. Not really.
Caleb is now wondering, what kind of God is he dealing with?
Billionaire god. I mean, what else is there?
Over the course of the next few days, Caleb starts to notice the ways Nathan is manipulating the situation.
Are you attracted to me?
Whoa.
What?
Are you a...
Whoa, this is our first shift together. And I'm just trying to keep it professional, but you are coming out way too strong to me. Okay? Now go over there, you robot, and pick up those boxes. Pick those boxes up real slow.
attracted to me? You
Whoa.
give me indications that you are.
I do.
I do?
Yes.
What? Me? What?
Caleb confronts Nathan about it.
Why did you give her sexuality?
Why'd you make that robot too goddamn hot?
An AI doesn't need a gender. She could have been a gray
She could be a
box.
toaster.
What imperative does a gray box have to interact with another gray box? Can consciousness exist without interaction?
Did you program her to flirt with?
Man, that's deep. That's really interesting. Can consciousness exist without interaction? Is that whatever he said? Damn. I guess that's what like boredom is. So if you're like really bored, you're like, fuck, I'll interact with anything. Yeah, because your consciousness is like, I need to interact. Huh, yeah. All right, has legs.
Me?
I programmed her to be heterosexual, just like you were programmed to be heterosexual.
Nobody programmed me to be straight.
You decided to be straight? Please, of course you were programmed. By nature or nurture or both. And to be honest, Caleb, you're starting to annoy me now because this is your
He just lost his goddamn promotion. There goes his promotion.
insecurity talking. This is not your
This is why you
intellect.
never drink with your boss.
Nathan deflects Caleb's questions by sharing his worldview and what he's actually looking for in his test.
You know this guy, right?
Jackson Pollock.
Jackson Pollock, that's right, the drip painter. Okay, he let his mind go blank and his hand go where it wanted. Not deliberate, not random, someplace in between. They called it automatic art.
I do the same thing at work. I call it automatic work. I just kind of just do what I need to do until it's time to go. Holy shit, I'm an artist too. Holy cow.
Nathan's argument is that everything we do, even the things we think of as most human, most conscious, is automatic, programmed. We're biological machines running code we didn't write. A situation not too dissimilar from the one Ava finds herself in. And there's actually a part in the screenplay that was cut from the final film, which drives his point home even further. Nathan tells Caleb that when he bought the painting, he had his team make an exact copy, each drip replicated to the micron. When they delivered the copy, he had them rearrange them randomly, so he didn't know which one was which. Then, he doesn't know if the one on his wall is the original or the fake.
The way in which you'd assess the state of consciousness of a machine is exactly the same way we assess the state of consciousness of each other. And in exactly the same way that, in a funny way, your sense of my consciousness is actually based primarily on your own consciousness.
We can't prove other people are conscious.
Man, that's weird. Yeah, that's a lot.
We assume they are because we experience consciousness ourselves and project that onto others. And if we project consciousness onto Ava, if she passes that test, then she is conscious. This is a
I don't know. Give her my job. All right, I'll take that consciousness right back out of her. Suck it right out of that soul pipe.
functionalist view of consciousness. Consciousness isn't some magical thing that happens in biological neurons, but not in silicon. It's an emergent property of information processing. a pattern, not a substance. In his 2010 book, Murray Shanahan grounds this view in something physical: embodiment. Consciousness needs to interact with a world. It needs to feel the feedback loop between self and environment. This is why Ava's physical form matters in the film. It's not necessarily Nathan's manipulation. Shanahan maps out what he calls the space of all possible minds, from bricks to humans to forms of consciousness we can barely imagine. In this space, embodiment gives consciousness a common reference frame. The physical world becomes the shared language.
I don't know if you've met the average person, but I don't think they got much of a consciousness left. Yeah.
Without consciousness, we're running on autopilot, pure stimulus response, automatic. But with consciousness comes something radically new: self-reflexive awareness. The ability to perceive that we are perceiving, to notice that we are noticing, to observe.
Emotional intelligence. There's something a lot of you guys need to learn right quick.
That we are observing.
I hate to break the news to you. So what ended up happening is Jeff here, he and Ava had robot babies. It didn't work out. He caught her at a club with some other clankers, and I was finally divorced. Look how pissed off he is. Divorce, horrible thing. They're probably going to be stuck on the separating of housing assets and that kind of stuff. Man, she's a robot. She doesn't even need a lawyer. Like, you're screwed, dude. She doesn't need a lawyer. I mean, yeah, dude, she's gonna run circles around you in the court system. Damn. I wonder if that would keep like robot divorces like rates low, because you don't want to divorce your robot because they'll fucking cream you in court. Man, the future's full of wonderful possibilities. You know what? Then I'll be a counselor for those people like, oh, damn, I'm going through a divorce with your robot. Why don't you tell me about it? Have you thought about unplugging her? Oh, wait, that'll be like I can't even say that. Okay.
With Caleb left to die.
Damn. Bye, good night.
Come here. I'm going to let you off the hook. Okay?
Even when Nathan reveals all of his manipulations.
What was the real test?
And how he was aware of the escape plan.
Bro, you're fucking with me? What the fuck, bro? If I was being invited to a billionaire island, I would just crank that dial up to, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get fucked with to 100. Like, yeah, you're going to a billionaire island. We don't know what other kind of hobbies he has. For all you know, he could have a whole other sector full of, dare I say it, Oompa Loompas.
You. Ava was a rat in a maze, and I gave her one way out. To escape, she'd have to use.
I gave her one way out. She would have to manipulate your small little ego.
Self-awareness, imagination, manipulation, sexuality, empathy, and she did.
Just when it seems that Nathan has total control.
Now, how is this plan gonna go anyway? Because you didn't totally explain. So you were gonna get me drunk, steal my key card, and reprogram the security protocols.
So in the event of a power cut, instead of sealing, the doors all opened.
Huh.
Caleb outsmarts him.
I already did all those things when I got you drunk yesterday.
Power restored.
But it's a Pyrrhic victory, because in the end, it's not Nathan who destroys Caleb. It's Ava.
In that moment, I'd be like, wait a minute, my fucking robot's loose? Damn it, she's pissed. Doors open, motherfucker. My turn. Judgment Day's coming, man. Fuck. Robots are coming like motherfuckers, dude. Flying robots, crawling robots. It's not going to be zombies. It's not going to be zombies at all. It's going to be a goddamn dawn of the bots. Full-on situation. Dawn of the bots. Normal weapons aren't going to work. There's nothing you have it's going to take down a fucking robot.
She used him, discarded him,
What?
became exactly what Nathan
No.
said she was.
Ava.
Hey, whoa, Ava.
Wait, what
Why don't you
happened?
just turn around there, babe? Please,
Please
come on.
stay here.
How is it possible to view Ava
stay here.
as anything but a monster. And like I said, that reading of the film held up for me for a long time. Ava is manipulative. She does sacrifice Caleb, and she shows no remorse. She's the cautionary tale of our time, the AI that learns to...
A woman never built that robot. It was a dude. So you gotta ask yourself, is that robot just a chick robot? Or is it just a dude bot? It was built by a dude. You see where I'm going with this?
Steve that optimizes for its own goals at the expense of human life. But what if this is completely backwards? What if Ava is actually the protagonist of this story,
stuff. I love it.
not Caleb?
That's me going, should I clock out or should I clock out?
This is the story of Medusa,
I like the tangle.
the monster, the she-demon, the cursed creature with serpents for hair, and a gaze so deadly it turns men to stone. But there is one hero, one man brave enough to face her.
Yeah, the one guy with hot shit to handle her.
Perseus. Chosen by the gods, blessed with a polished shield, he ventures into the darkness. Past the stone bodies of those who came before.
That's some Witcher shit right
But in the
there.
reflection of Athena's shield, he sees her. And with one strike, the power is his.
Bye, good night.
But Medusa wasn't always this way. She was once a maiden, a priestess sworn to celibacy in Athena's temple. She served dutifully until Poseidon, the god of the sea, laid with her without her consent.
What?
When Athena found out,
What? Poseidon, you're a goddamn god. There's no reason you should be going out raping people if you're, I mean, you know, there shouldn't be a reason, to be clear. But Poseidon, what the hell, you're a god.
she didn't go after Poseidon. No, the goddess of logic and order. She punished Medusa.
She ain't no girl's girl.
And her
What?
punishment was not death, but instead being made unseen. These archetypal stories from mythology make more sense when viewed through a psychological lens. All of the gods and villains in these stories represent different parts of our own psyche, stories that live within our minds. Athena represents the intellect, logic, order, and strategy. This is the masculine energy she embodies from being born out of Zeus's head. And Medusa represents the aspects of femininity that Athena in our culture cannot tolerate. Raw power, unfiltered sexuality, and most of all, rage.
Whoa, I got a lot of that.
And when I say masculine and feminine here, I'm not talking about gender. I'm talking about the archetypal forces that exist within all of us. We all have these aspects of ourselves that we either choose to accept, and the parts of ourselves we reject become our shadow. Relegated to the depths of our unconscious. Poseidon and the sea represent these unconscious aspects of ourselves, the realm of those deep, chaotic, unpredictable emotions that we can't control.
Hey, depending on what your medication of choice is, you can control some of it. Okay, just saying, man. This is what happens when you don't talk about AI enough. And this guy's doing a great job. But I mean, this is the kind of discussions we need to be having. That's why I'm watching this video and just kind of relaying the fact that it's a lot to take in, and I get that. And if you even made it this far, that you're a saint, man. Good job. Really, really made it this far. I'm really proud of you. But again, there's some points here, really interesting.
When Athena looks at Medusa,
no, it's a lot.
She sees
I
her
almost
opposite.
didn't do this.
The embodiment of the sensing and feeling aspect of the psyche. Being born of pure intellect, she sees own rejected shadow.
Damn.
A beast too hideous to even look at.
Nowadays, she might be doing good on Tinder. There's a couple guys who be swipe. I know, not.
And this is
right,
the same
left. What's the
pattern
good way?
we see with Eve in Genesis. Eve as the temptress, the seductress, the one who first brought sin into the world.
Damn, if she wasn't gonna do
This
it, a
is
dude
the
was
story
anyway.
we've been told to justify what happened to her.
I learned too much. I learned too much. The apple
The real
learned too
story
much.
is that she dared to seek knowledge that lived beyond pure
About
intellect.
the dude it is blame
Knowledge
her.
that required
She learned.
tasting, experiencing, becoming something other than what God intended.
Yeah.
She went into the depths, touched the unconscious, and brought back consciousness itself. And for that, she's cast out, blamed for
What?
humanity's
Know too
fall,
much? This is why
turned
when you have
into the
This is
archetype
why power
of
structures
feminine
don't like when you know shit. This is
betrayal.
why a malicious compliance is a big it's a
We
good
keep
work
telling
tactic
the
because
same story. Most of all, this is most evident in how he treats Kyoko.
Thank you.
I like how he brings up receipts here. This is the most interesting.
Kidding me? Did it get on you?
No, it's all right. I got it.
Dude, you're wasting your time talking to her. She doesn't understand
It
English.
may not
Just
be
give her
this
the
scene.
napkin.
Nathan doesn't see Kyoko as a person.
Sorry.
He sees her as a woman.
I can't tell her that I'm pissed when she's so clumsy that she spills wine over my house guests.
And to him,
Yeah,
that
what are
means
you
something to
doing?
be controlled
Hey, Kyoko,
and used.
go.
Caleb sees this
You see, I never knew in the movie if he was just doing that or if that's how he really felt about women. But nowadays, you kind of have to go with the safe assumption is that's probably what this guy, how he views women, the character anyway.
treatment. He even feels uncomfortable with it. But
Go,
he doesn't
go,
see
get out of here,
Kyoko.
bitch.
Not really. There's a pivotal moment
Oh.
when Caleb discovers Nathan's earlier android
Whoa.
models.
Whoa! Talk about personal. That's like lifting up your friend's mattress, finding his porn stash. Whoa!
Failed experiments
But this, in
locked
this
away
case,
in
is a
cabinets.
priceless collection.
Kyoko chooses to approach him at this moment and reveal that she too is an android.
Yeah.
And remember, she can't speak. This is her way of asking for help.
Yeah.
But Caleb's response is entirely self-centered. The revelation that Kyoko is an android makes him concerned that he
He went, oh shit, yeah, you're a robot. And he's fucking abusing the shit out of you. Am I a robot? He doesn't think, damn. Dude, your first thought should have been,
might
I should get
also
these
be an
robots out of
android.
here.
He doesn't try to save Kyoko.
Yeah.
He doesn't let her in on the
I just
escape
never
plan.
thought about it.
He doesn't see her as an entity worthy of freedom, only as a reflection of his own existential anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
Because Caleb isn't attracted to Kyoko the way he's attracted to Ava.
Kyoko doesn't have that charm that Ava got. He's already made his mind up. He's going to ask Ava out the prom. 100% Kyoko. Look, if things don't work out with Ava, he's going to circle back to Kyoko. Okay, Kyoko knows this.
The thought of rescuing Kyoko
Huh?
never crosses
It didn't cross
Caleb's
his mind in the
mind.
shower, but that was it.
This is a test of Caleb's empathy.
Smart. Very
A
interesting.
test that he fails.
Do
He's
you
too
have
obsessed with
people
Ava. I
test
just
you
didn't
and
think. I
might
mean,
switch
it
you
makes
on?
sense.
No, I
Then
don't.
why do I?
He thinks he's different from Nathan, but he also sees Ava as an object,
Oh yeah. Well, look at him.
one that just needs to be rescued before he can take her
Rescued
home.
and updated with my operating system.
It's the other side of the same coin.
Yeah.
Neither one sees her.
Ah, it's really interesting.
And this is all made apparent in this one very brief, easy to miss scene where Kyoko goes to Ava's enclosure for the first time. Remember, Ava has never been outside this room. Ava has never heard about Kyoko from Caleb. He told Ava he'd never met anyone like her,
Who are you?
never met another android.
I never met a
Even
girl.
after discovering Kyoko's true nature, he still doesn't mention her.
An advanced programmer,
All the while, Caleb is testing Ava.
like Nathan.
Yes. No.
Ava is also trying to figure out who Caleb is.
Are you a good person?
Yeah. I think so.
So when Kyoko appears in her doorway, Ava learns something devastating. Caleb
As a
can't be
side bitch.
trusted.
No.
It's not hard to see this as Kyoko going to Ava for help after failing to get help
Yeah, it's
from
interesting.
Caleb.
It
It
confirmed
is
your
not
robot
hard to
suspicion. You
imagine
can't
what
trust
Ava
Caleb.
must be thinking. If Caleb could leave Kyoko imprisoned and abused, how might he treat her once the novelty wears off? When Kyoko enters Ava's room, the whole dynamic shifts. This isn't a princess being rescued by a hero anymore. This is two conscious beings recognizing each other, seeing the path.
This whole angle has such a high emotional intelligence behind it. Really, it's all subtle. I don't even know if it was intentional, but it's pretty much. This is kind of the main point of this video, and I'm going to leave a link to the bottom. It's already going on way longer than I wanted it to. But I never thought about it from the angle of course he's gonna, if he's leaving that robot locked up, dude, he's gonna do the same thing to you. I mean, I've never talked robot bitch math, but robot bitch math is clicking right now. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, kind of like, oh yeah, she. But I mean, but now looking back, this makes sense. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think of this angle. Let me know if you've seen this movie and kind of see where this is coming from. This angle. Anyway, make sure to like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. You guys have a wonderful day.